I am making the second video of today because this was the most difficult market that I have traded. I can't remember the last time I traded a market that I found so difficult. And looking at the price action right now, it doesn't seem that it's that difficult, but it was that difficult. Now this one was just crazy. This is the one that I made the video on this morning when I got in on this entry right here. So talk about this one first. And I got to the point this morning where I just pretty much eventually gave up. And by the grace of God, I ended up in profit. I want to remind you guys, don't trade tired. Don't trade tired because you are trading against the best, most savvy traders in the world who have deeper pockets than you. When you're tired, you give them every advantage. And it is solely by the grace of God that I ended up in profit for the day, but or for the week. So I am suspending myself from trading for the rest of the week because I've been up over 24 hours, not all of it trading, but I've been up over 24 hours and I spent the night pretty much trying to beat this market or trying to find the sweet spot. And when I was laying in bed, I thought of the scripture, the one that talks about drinking. And it says in the book of Proverbs 23:35, they have stricken me, thou shalt thou say, and I was not sick. They have beaten me, and I felt it not. When shall I awake? I will seek it yet again. So that reminded me of my relationship with Forex, and I am suspending myself because of that. So last night, what they did, they restricted the market heavily just during these hours. I was able to get in on the beginning of this, expecting that price would eventually continue on in this wonderful, beautiful, bullish fashion. So you can see how they restricted the market so strongly right here, making traders desperate. So then they continued the same trend in a very strong bullish manner. And I'm expecting that this trend would continue. That's not what happened. You came up, you got this strong rejection. And right now, this doesn't look like a lot of price action. But this is a very strong move to the upside. This is about 40 pips within that 20-minute period. And they came back not only to take away that entry if you did the entry on this 10 SMA, they came back to close that initial entry, and all of those people who were in 40 plus pips of profit, they came back and took all of that away. They took it all away. And I want to tell you guys that they will chop the market as long as it is necessary for them to get what it is they need. And I say it's the grace of God. You can see where I drew this trend line. You can see where I drew this area of restriction. But my my advantage in this came in the fact that we were making lower highs. And I pretty much went to bed on that with that and a take profit in. And by the grace of God, it hit my take profit. But guys, this market was crazy. Now, if I was getting back in this market, now that I've had almost 4 hours of sleep, I know that the market is trending down. So I would only be looking for opportunities going in harmony with this trend. And you might get stupid, crazy pullbacks like this. This is one of those times where candle by candle you can cut, because after 40 pips worth of profit, yeah, if it comes back to take away, just say 12 pips of that, you're fine. You're fine. The problem that I have in the market is I keep trying to get back to this high, and I hate to cut right here. But when they make me cry uncle, I have to cut, and that's what happened last night. I did not get as much of the profit that I wanted out of this trade. This is the pound dollar pair. Didn't get as much profit as I wanted. I went up and then I rebought before I realized it's like, okay, there's something wrong with this trade. This is not going well. So I lost about half of this market before I realized, half of the profit of this ride up before I realized that this trade is not working out well. So you can see they sent traders up, they sent traders down, sent them up, down. And so this was a situation that if you went on the hourly time frame, it was still trending in a bullish manner. However, you got this kind of crazy run up price action. It was just crazy. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. But I just want to remind you guys, don't trade tired. Don't trade tired. When you trade tired, you give them an incredible advantage over you. The smartest traders in the world with the deepest pockets in the world. Give yourself every possible advantage in the market. And I definitely want to say this. If it closes your entry candle or the previous candle before it, go ahead and cut. You can always make that money back even in a difficult market. Give yourself every possible chance to win. I want to remind you that you can absolutely do this. You can be successful at Forex. Have an amazing, wonderful, pip filled life.